One of the things I appreciate the most about the Planet Zoo community is the relationship that we have with the developers, Frontier. The community manager position that we see are some of the most helpful and inspiring people that we've had the pleasure to deal with. I cannot begin to thank these people enough, from our friends back in the day of Bo and Shantae to nowadays with Elton and Tim. The people in these positions always put their best foot forward to interact with our little community, have nice little contests, have nice little discussions, even as scary as it can be from their perspective. However, through thick and thin, they manage to put their best foot forward with us to assist us with voicing our concerns to the actual developers. Because of this, one member in particular, Mr. Bearcat, has sought to combine the worthwhile wishes of the entire community into a single document, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. The Meta Suggestions wish list has gone through 5 different iterations, with each one adding more and more worthwhile changes, additions, or even error fixes that have gone unnoticed or ignored throughout the game's entire lifespan. In this little video, I just wanted to go over the past, the present, and the future of this list, and how it's affected many of your games, and even sometimes without you even noticing, to give you an even better experience. Some of the following changes have been implemented by Frontier upon seeing the wish list. Oftentimes, you might even see the community managers perusing this wish list before an update gets announced, or even after an update gets announced, possibly looking to implement some of the worthwhile changes that the community has wanted for so long into the next update. A lot of the following things I'm about to mention have been implemented in the wishlist and have since been implemented within the actual updates of the game. Some of these include the Train All Staff button, which was a huge addition that helped me in career and challenge mode, and possibly many of you, changing several animal names to be a lot more accurate to the actual animal, be it the Northern Sulawesi Babirusa and the African Savannah/Bush Elephant, giving a lot more recognition to the specific species rather than an overlapping name. I know particularly people had a problem with the African elephant because there are 2 distinct populations of African elephant. There are African forest elephants and there are African bush elephants. And seeing Frontier be able to implement this change really is bringing a lot more attention to the fact that these 2 are separate. Even adding more statues for existing animals via the career mode statues that you see on the globe when you start a new career. Even adding more tags for continents and biomes for plants and animals, giving them, for example, the desert biome for pronghorns, cheetahs, ostriches, and African wild dogs, and even expanding the roster of plants as well. New path curbs and barriers to stop guests from reaching certain parts of the path to allow for even more innovative building, adding a heat map that shows staff traversable area, and even adding more ambience noises for the speakers with each passing update to even give your zoos a little bit more immersion. It's clear to see that the community managers employed by Frontier are eager to bring so many of the wishes of the community to the developers themselves. And with that being said, the community has had their little fair romp at adding their most wants to the Meta Wishlist. In fact, the Meta Wishlist has garnered the attention of so many popular content creators. And while I don't necessarily subscribe to the idea that content creators should dictate the future of Planet Zoo themselves, it's clear to see that they do have some influential pull in garnering the attention of community managers and developers alike. Getting content creators in particular to participate in the wishlist simply adds another dimension to this wishlist as a whole, like some 15th century German act. Many of the content creators you might already know, be it Beyond Drew TV, ZSH Plays, Eben's Wed, Just Goron, and even myself have participated in some way or another to garner attention towards this incredible initiative. Some even providing their own hopes for the game. Some even include adding null options to exhibit boxes to give more of an emphasis on creativity and freedom on an oftentimes restrictive game feature. Adding in a new vivarium texture for the puff adder and scarab beetle, since their habitat boxes represent more so desert conditions rather than the grassland conditions that their Zoopedia alludes to. Editing some specific animals to spend more time arboreal rather than on the ground as they do in real life, such as the red panda, the koala, as well as the binturong, which are oftentimes found lounging up in trees. adding climbing mechanics for the Chinese pangolin, which is actually demonstrated to be arboreal in many cases. I mean, if some animals from before can receive deep diving, then why not climbing? Better abilities to change the flexi color of multiple items at a time. Say for example, if you have a combined group of faux trees and faux rocks, which normally can't be changed together, have to be changed separately. I would love to see them implement something like this with the mud walls. You know how the mud walls have that specific texture and that like little African design on them? I would love to see the ability for multiple flexi channels to be edited at once and have any others with extra ones be edited separately. Expanding on current enrichment allocations and allowing for more animals to utilize any new enrichment items that come out. For example, the termite mound, I know, is one of Poison Blade's biggest complaints, and I would love to see that one be expanded to the bonobo, chimpanzee, the aardvark, and even the meerkat. I think that would be a wonderful inclusion. And of course, my personal favorite, model changes and revisions, especially for my beloved Malayan tapir. And the best part of all, you have the potential to shape the future of Planet Zoo yourself. I've linked the forum post for the current Meta Wishlist organized by Bearcat down below in the description. If you're inclined to, even if you have the simplest idea, even if you could just garner a single like to the post, it would amazingly help us out. It would definitely get the community managers to take this more seriously, as they already do, and I already extend to them my greatest sympathies, not sympathies, my greatest thanks for everything that they have brought to the developers that we have since brought to their attention. The forum post has actually garnered one of the biggest accomplishments so far by passing 50 likes on the original post. And if we can get that number even higher, even if we could get that to 75 or even 100 if you guys are so generous, that would be amazing, because seeing these changes get implemented update after update is really great to have. And of course, I would be remiss if I did not mention the update that they just released today. As of recording this today, Frontiers actually expanded the population size for American alligators, which was originally put on the Meta Wishlist. So even just being able to see this in action really goes to show that you do have a voice in shaping the future of Planet Zoo. If you guys are interested, once again, I have linked the post right down below. Please contribute whatever you can, be it a like or even a suggestion. Even if you have a whole list of demands, I highly encourage that you bring that to this wish list. Bearcat has done such an amazing job at voicing these concerns for our lovely community managers, and I would love to see many of these get addressed in the future. I do apologize for this being such a weird out of the blue video. I know it's not necessarily your funny boppy leaf, but I just felt like this video was completely necessary, and I'm excited to see how you guys contribute. So of course, with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and have a wonderful day.